Today I will talk about the variation. What is the importance of the variation? Variation, I told you that it is simply the differences or dissimilarities which are shown by the individuals of the same species or offsprings of the same parent. This has got significance. It has got role in the struggle for existence. For example, if we have got a population where there are few individuals which are variants, which are different from the others, in one way or the other way, this variation gives these individuals a sort of privilege, a sort of advantage over others in the utilization of the resources, in availing the resources from the environment. So this variation, it gives an advantage to the individuals. It helps them in the struggle for the existence. It gives them a better advantage over the others in the struggle for the existence regarding the utilization of the resources. And then we have got another, that is evolution. This variation, it provides a raw material. It provides a raw material for the evolution. We know that we have process of evolution is, we have variation, then there is selection, and then there is variation, selection, and adaptation. Due to variation, this variation, it is a raw material for the evolution. Due to the recombination process and due to the mutation, there are some heritable variations in the individuals of the population. And then there is another process, that is selection. This selection simply means that these heritable variations, they give them a privilege, they give them an advantage to these individuals which are having this variation to survive and reproduce more in a particular environment. Then adaptation, this adaptation is a process, it is a character of an organism by which an organism fits better in its environment. So we can say that this variation has got role in the evolution also. Then environmental adaptability. This variation helps some members of the species to adapt themselves to the changing environment. So this is what is called as environmental adaptability. This variation gives an advantage to some individuals to get better fit with they will just survive with the changing environment. For example, thermophilic bacteria. An example of thermophilic bacteria. These bacteria, these are variants. They can survive in high temperature zones. They can survive in extremes of the temperature, whereas other bacteria, they cannot. Whereas other organisms, other bacteria, they cannot survive in those temperature zones and get wiped out. So these thermophilic bacteria, they have an advantage, they have a privilege over others in surviving in the extreme temperature. Then we have got improvements of crops, and variation has got role in improvement of crops and livestock. This variation, it is used by it provides a base, or it is used by plant and animal breeders to modify the races and varieties of useful plants and animals for the desirable traits. For example, desirable traits may be these may be for example, biotic and abiotic resistance of the living organism, or better yield, or lower input in case of for example, lower input, for example, water and nutrients. Yeah, rapid growth. These are the desirable characteristics. For example, if there are we have got a population, and in that population few individuals, they are having better, they are giving better yield. So these plant and animal breeders, they will use these better yielding varieties for the multiplication of that particular race or particular variety of plants. So this variation is useful in various ways. It helps the organisms. I have written down, this variation helps the living organisms in the struggle for the existence. It gives privilege to some individuals in the utilization of the resources in the struggle for the existence. This variation, it provides a raw material for the evolution, because evolution works on the variation. This variation is also useful for the living organisms to adapt themselves to the changing environment. That is what is called as environmental adaptability. And then these variation, it is used by plant and animal breeders so as to improve the races and varieties of useful plants and animals which are having desirable traits. So this was what is the significance of what is the importance of the variation. Thanks.